Okay, so you've had gastric bypass surgery, and now you want to know, and this has been a couple years now, and now you're fighting to keep the weight off. If that is you today, listen up because I have 3 tips for you to be more successful with after gastric bypass surgery for long-term success. Long-term success is what this video is about. I have had surgery 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, actually, and I have been very successful in keeping my weight off and actually feeling great since then. So, if you are joining me live, please say hello and don't be a stranger. Tell me in the comments where you're from and tell me how long ago you had surgery and what is your biggest fight today? What is your biggest struggle today after your surgery? So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. What is long-term success? And how do you have long-term success? So I'm going to talk about 3 things, like I said. Oh, and for those of you that have not met me, my name is Anna Olson. And like I said, I had gastric bypass 5.5 years ago. So let's get into it. I want to talk about 3 things. First, I'm going to talk about lifestyle change. And secondly, I'm going to talk about gut health. And third, I'm going to talk about mental wellness. Now, you might say, what does mental wellness have to do with gastric bypass surgery? Well, in my mind, it has a whole lot to do with it, So let's talk about lifestyle change. When you had the surgery, when you prepared for the surgery, did you do a lifestyle change? When you lost all your weight, did you do a lifestyle change? And what did that lifestyle change include? Go back and write down the things that you did differently while you were losing weight. And then check yourself. Are you still doing those things or have you gone back to old habits? That was the one thing that I really, really, really had to check with myself with is, okay, if I'm going to have long-term success, yeah, I can easily gain all this weight back. I mean, I'm back to the point of being able to eat the same amount of food that I did before surgery. And some people can't do that. I am one of those that can. I cannot trust myself with that. So that I have the ability to, but I don't do it because I have to stay in check with what my goal is. And my goal is to keep this weight off. I have had it off for 5.5 years, and there is no way I'm going back to where I was. That is just not an option for me. But these are the things that I'm putting in place so that it doesn't happen. Okay. By the way, if this resonates with you at all, just make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on my weekly videos. I'll be talking a lot more about the things that I've implemented to be successful with my gastric bypass surgery. And this works for a lot of these techniques work for anyone to lose weight, but they definitely also work for anybody that has had sleeve surgery, gastric sleeve surgery. So, lifestyle change. Have you removed any of the foods that you should not have from your house? I know that can be very, very difficult when it comes to having other family in the house, you're cooking for other people, and or you have little kids in the house, those kinds of things. But it is one of the things that has helped me to keep my weight off. And yes, I still do have a teenager in the house. Now, as of this fall, we will be empty nesters, so it'll become a little bit easier with no kids in the house. But you still have to check yourself all the time because you're going to want to go out to eat sometimes. You're going to want to be around people. It just happens. It just happens. One of the things that they would taught me is if we want to go out to eat, and particularly if it's a buffet style food, or if somebody's serving food, you go to your friend's house for a dinner or whatever, check out what they're having. Walk through and check out what they're having before you start dishing up. And then decide what you're going to dish up and how much on each item too. That has really helped me to stay in line and not let my eyes become bigger than my stomach size. Okay. But removing any foods that are not good for you from your kitchen is a really good thing. And then journaling on what is working and what is not working. That's a lifestyle change. And also journaling about your success, your celebrating your successes, all of those things, getting them down on a journal or writing them down. Sometimes I'll record into a recorder, but just journaling and talking about building yourself up. So this is about building yourself up also. Journaling is about building. At least it is for me. At least it is for me. And then determining what foods. Oh, I already talked about that. Okay, I had a note here and I wanted to make sure, but I talked about that. Determining what you're going to eat ahead of time. That's what I was going to say. And then consistent exercise. Consistent exercise. I'm not talking about a couple hours at the gym pushing cardio. Not at all. I'm talking about moving your body on a consistent basis, on a regular basis, whatever it is for you and whatever that works for you. Find something you can do, but you got to move your body. Your body you need to move your body for that. All right. So let's talk about, secondly, I wanted to talk about gut health. When I had surgery, before I had surgery, I was already in the gut health mode before I had surgery because I was looking for answers. I was looking for ways to lose weight. I'm so sorry. My phone just went off. All right. I was looking for ways to feel better, to lose weight, all kinds of things. So I was in the mode of gut health, but I didn't realize how important that was until after I had surgery. I started, the very first thing, I had a protein shake that they gave me to drink after I had surgery, and it immediately gave me a rash all over my abdomen area. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm allergic to this, I'm allergic. Well, allergies come from poor gut health. I learned that before I had surgery. And I learned that because my husband had severe allergies for many, many years. When he was a young boy, like 5 years old, they determined that he was allergic to absolutely everything they tested him on. And so for all those years, he had bad allergies until we started using gut health products. Then his allergies went away or lessened. And today he doesn't have allergies anymore, even seasonal allergies, which used to be so bad that he would have to get 2 shots from the doctor. And just to get through the allergy season in the fall from August till freezing, till the time we had the first frost. So I knew from that experience that his allergies got better with gut health healing. So I was aware of that, but it's like this. This food that my small intestine just couldn't handle, because now the food was hitting the small intestine before it would go through gastric juices. And oh my gosh, I had allergy after allergy of different foods. And so, I couldn't take supplements right away after surgery, but within 6 months, I was on supplements for gut health. And then I ended up changing to a different company, got my gut health products from a different company, which is the company that I'm using today. And things got even better. And that's when my husband's allergies really got better, is when we changed to the current company that I'm with, which I will share with you is Amare Global. And the link will be in the description of this video. But again, your digestion matters. Your gut health matters. And your gut health, part of your gut health is your microbiome, which is your second brain. You have a brain up in your head, but there's a brain in your the microbiome is the second brain of your in your gut. And what's happening with that microbiome is what's happening in your body. So that's why gut health is so essential. Your body, your with surgery, your body just went through a major trauma and it's got to heal from that. I get that you want to follow the doctor's orders. And this is not to I'm not suggesting that you don't follow doctor's orders. That is not the case at all. You must follow doctor's orders. But gut health is definitely a key to long-term success in after gastric bypass or sleeve surgery. And then finally, I wanted to talk about mental wellness. Mental wellness, unbelievable changes that I've seen. When I focus on mental wellness, so that's your brain. That's your brain. What are your cortisol levels? I mean, just I remember how down I felt right after surgery. And, maybe you stepped on the scale and you thought you should have lost, I should have lost. I stepped on the scale and I didn't lose as much weight as I wanted to. And then I felt down about it. Well, I mean, seriously, it was cortisol levels were drained, completely drained. And I needed to do something to build up the cortisol level so that I can feel better about myself as I'm losing weight. And I know I have talked to a lot of people that have had gastric bypass or gastric sleeve surgery, and they have the same, it's mental, it's a mental game. It's a mental game. So it just makes sense to focus on that to make things better, and to help you along. That's where the long-term success comes from. If we do these other things that are just a part of our lives so that we can be successful with the tool that we were giving of gastric bypass surgery or sleeve surgery. And then, of course, making sure that you drink lots and lots of water. I drink a gallon a day. This is a quart jar, but I drink at least 4 of these a day. And it is amazing. Your body is 90% liquid. It needs water to digest. It needs water to get rid of the toxins. It needs water for your skin to feel good, to come together as you're losing weight. That was part of the reason that I feel like I don't have a lot of excess weight. I mean, our excess skin. I just don't have it because I drink lots of water. I eat lots of protein. I make sure I get my protein in every day. Or at least 90% of the time I get my protein in. Now, there are days when I fall short. Absolutely. I fall short all the time in all different ways. But focusing on the gut health, the mental wellness, and eating my protein and drinking the water, those are things that are just part of my life now. I don't even really think about it. In the morning, the first thing I do is measure out my gallon of water that I'm going to drink for the day. And it's just a part of my life. So if you know of someone that could benefit from this, please make sure that you share this video and let them know about it, because it is possible. We just have to work at it. And then, finally, as I said before, exercise, consistent exercise, drinking your water, eating your protein. Finally, get some counseling if you need to. I take supplements for mental wellness. I don't have to take any drugs today for mental health because I have mental wellness. We hear a lot about mental health, but we don't hear a whole lot about mental wellness. What to do naturally so that you can feel good about yourself and about who you are. So those are the 3 things that have worked for me. Lifestyle change, gut health check, and a mental health check. that worked for me to have long-term success. And I hope it can help you too. So let me know in the comments, what are you doing today to have long-term success after gastric bypass surgery? I would love to know. All right. Until the next video, have a great one.